What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast. Thank you for everybody that's been subscribing, dropping likes, dropping comments. Thank you so much. This video, I'm gonna do it with Charles Hips, and we're gonna walk through the documentary on his roles, and we're gonna hear what he has to say on on how he was being portrayed. Uh, and then we go from there. I'm still working out a few things because it's kind of hard not being able to, in the same room to be able to disguise this person's voice. So I'm trying to figure out a way. So I'm gonna have to do a couple of test runs before I even try to do that, because the last thing I want to do is expose somebody that doesn't want to be exposed, or you know uh, put their personal information out there. Where they are their loved ones. Uh, Something might come harm to them. Like I said, this correctional officer has a current family members working for the department itself, and has family members that are currently incarcerated as well. So they want to stay as anonymous as possible. You know, there's going to be an inmate that was there that is going to be able to verify, you know, who this correctional officer is. Was this correctional officer even there at that time? Do any of those names ring a bell? What is the culture of Alabama departments? The recruitment, the how come these crimes or incidents go unreported? Just an all insight from a correction officer. Had a lot of years. Worked there for a lot of years, numerous years. Not no 5, 10. They were up there. This correction officer, wants to stay and remain anonymous. It But there is going to be an inmate that's going to be able to verify who this correction officer is. You know, certain times, and the insight. We're going to hear the insight of the Alabama Department of Corrections from a ex-Alabama Department's corrections officer, and a ex-inmate from Alabama Department of Corrections. So we're going to get an insight on the possibilities of what's going on, and do these crimes take place, you know, and do they go unreported, and for how long? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, man. On the on
I can
this
hear
on this, because there's a lot of people in the audience, man, that want to know. They want to know the documentary. They say that we've been talking a lot about Mark, but we're not talking about your roles in the documentary. Like, what were you meaning by that? Like those words and
Joined Mark's makeshift clan. There was Hips, a forger. He began as a prison wife.
It's really not just a sex thing. It's about having a companion, somebody that you know is your friend.
I got Hips through a partner of mine. Hips went to the street and come back to prison. When he got to the camp, he owed out like $300-400 worth of shit. When he first got there, from before when he was in prison.
And we were business partners. Okay, when I left and he left, we met up again here at Limestone in 2000. Okay, and it was the same scenario. Mark had a boy, David Mendenhall. Okay, and I run tattoos, run a store, and hustled. All right, so me and Mark started running the store again together, hustling, trying to make more money and more money and more money and more money. And before you know it, I ended up with 2 boys, and he ended up with 2 boys, and we called it a family. And when he wasn't around, I watched all of them. And when I wasn't around, he.
what's going on, Charles?
now. I want to straighten that little thing up right there, right? Because I know that's part of what they're asking about. Now, when you're in the penitentiary, man, and you're running a business like that, and your partner's got a shitload of fucking boys, automatically you think that same thing about him too. Which later on in life in the penitentiary, I went on to rectify myself anyway. So But I want to straighten that up too. And then the part where he says, he got me and all this, that, and other. No, that's the part I'm arguing with him now about. You lying son of a bitch. You did say that.
Yeah, because that's the thing that a lot of people are wondering, man. You hear the, I mean, look, I mean, they started. That's why they started off with like right here.
And he asked me if I would do something for him. I didn't really kick it with nobody else.
There was Hips, a forger. He began as a prison wife.
It's really not just a sex thing. It's about having a companion, somebody that you know is your friend.
I got Hips through a partner of mine. Hips went to the street and come back to prison. When he got to the camp, he owed out like $300-400 worth of shit. When he first got there, from before when he was in prison.
At that point in time in prison, first of all, at that point in time in prison, I never had even got out. I'd been already locked up 10 fucking years.
Yeah, so the times like he's making it seem that you went to the free world and you made parole or you made something but you're saying that you were already there.
And then that's the whole point right there is don't slander my name in your lives.
Yeah, because a lot of people are questioning that, man. They're like, what does that mean? What is that family structure? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I mean, like,
I'll put it to you like this, because I lead an organization, bro.
Yeah.
And you know how many times I've been told over the years, oh, he's fucking that boy right there. Oh, he's fucking that boy right there. Or he's fucking that boy right there. Or he's fucking that boy. Right. And that's some bullshit. Because that's what's in them sick son of bitches' minds.
Yeah.
You know how that shit is. You've been in the penitentiary.
Yeah, man. I mean, but a lot of people
in the prison system, and look here, just to show you I'm not racist, this is one of the guys in his family that I help out, sitting right here in the Jeep with me.
Oh man, nice to meet you, man.
And it's anytime you're in a prison setting and you see a white guy and a black guy, especially if they're young, together all the time, the first thing in your mind, mine too, the first thing in your mind is, oh yeah, they got some sex shit going on, some freaky shit going on right there.
Yeah. So why do you think Mark was making you look like a boy, man, instead of like I get two perspectives, man. Like
well,
like
for
right
one, come out that he put me in that fucking jail cell.
So he snitched on you or something?
Yeah, him and the other two did.
To why would you say what was the cause of that? Like to get you out the picture?
When I went in that cell with them three, he told me, he said, we're gonna teach you a lesson today. And all this, that, and other, they tried me. Well, their lesson didn't work. He got turned around and told on them. And they put me in. I wasn't going for it. That was the day I whooped Mark and them two boys in that cell. Behind this bullshit right here.
So that so he's saying, man, that you I don't because like in the beginning you said y'all were like, if we're going to be basing off the documentary, it seems like y'all were business partners and y'all were equals.
Yeah. And then he went to Saigon. Bottom line is he thought he could fuck me in my ass. No,
it wasn't going to work out that way, man.
It wasn't going to work out that way.
Yeah, because I mean, he's people are asking me, they're like, how come you don't ask Kips these questions? I'm like, man, I can ask Kips the questions, man. I can ask him, but he's nowhere in this documentary says that Hip was out there, forcing these dudes to do something upon their own will,
Hell, I wasn't hardly ever even around them for real. I worked all day, every day.
So So when you said that you had the two boys, like what were your how were you using those two guys, man?
I
Like
would
for
make a, we had a box. We had a store box in every single dorm at one time, and that's 14 dorms that I kept up with, and I needed help keeping up with it, and that was on a daily basis. Because the store up there, canteen ran, snack line ran all day, every day. The store ran every day of the week for some dorm, and you had to have somebody to keep up with that shit. I was at work all day. I couldn't keep up with it. And this fool clown right here, he can't keep up with his own self, much less he's got too much other freaky ass shit on his mind.
that he had going on. So he wasn't so basically you were using them as like secretaries,
Yeah.
assistants, lookouts.
Yeah. I mean, they smoked and they ate behind doing that.
Oh, so that was their job. I mean, and Mark was using them for sexual
Yeah.
deviancy.
Yeah.
And what about David Waters, man? Have you heard anything from David Waters?
Yeah. Did you not get my text?
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
hey, I talked to him. I'm going to talk to him again tonight. He's supposed to call you tonight.
Okay, man.
And I'm going up there tomorrow to see him. And I'm going to call you when I get there.
Yeah, that'll work, man.
I'm going to get him on there.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
I'm going to try to be up there by around 2.
Yeah, because a lot of people are thinking that this David Waters is made up, but you said he was there, right?
Yeah, he's there. He'll be there. See him tomorrow.
Okay, man. Because a lot of people wanted to know, about David Waters, and then another
Well, I've
thing,
got a
man.
lot of people I can pull out of the hat about prison stories like that. It ain't necessarily got to do with Mark Moore, the documentary.
Yeah, that were there, huh?
Well, I know a lot of people that was incarcerated out here on the streets
Yeah,
that I was locked up with.
yeah. But this David Waters, he knows Mark, right?
Yeah, he knows. That's who did that shit to him.
Charles.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's who.
Because I don't want people to think that there's imaginary David Waters or something.
No, it's not imaginary. Not imaginary at all. They can
Uh,
Google him, I'm sure.
and this guy right here, uh, this is this because this guy says his name's Itty right here.
Eddie or Otto.
No, but I think how you say his name. I think you said his name's Otto, but they got the name here mixed up, or they probably didn't get his right actual nickname.
The way the game goes, I owed him.
See, but seeing this is him right here.
Right. That's him right there.
Quit the Bloods. Eddie became a full-blown sissy a year after the filming.
Is that the same one?
Yeah, that's Iggy. That's Iggy. That's a sissy up
Is
there
that the
named
one?
Iggy. Yeah, Iggy. That's
Iggy?
Iggy. Yeah.
That's Iggy.
Yeah, that was
Is that
at one point in time that was Mark's man, them two motherfuckers second kiss on the TV bench and everything.
that one right there? Is that the one that said
Yeah.
that he? So what was his name, man? Is that the one you said his name was Arthur?
That's the one I said was Otis, but when you said Otto, see, I know an Otis up there we called Otto too, but I'm not sure that's Felicia or some shit. They call that motherfucker Iggy. Or
Iggy.
Iggy or Izzy or some shit like that.
And that was one of Mark's boys right there.
Yeah.
You don't know what's this guy's name, man. You don't You don't remember his
No.
name?
All I remember is just like a prison nickname.
And
'Cause I
that was
mean,
that was Mark.
that was 30 years ago.
Yeah. And like over here, they want to like.
Same things go on here as goes on out there, where they go to work and make their money. We do our hustling and make our money. Where they, they might trick a car salesman into selling him something cheaper. We'll trick the poker man into giving us more chips for our money.
After going through this, you know what I'm saying, all these long, lonely years in here without a woman, you know what I'm saying, standing by my side. Yeah, I could definitely see being with another man. On the street, I never thought.
I've definitely seen you with one.
You see how many times you see them, man?
A bunch.
Because a lot of people, there's this one guy in the comments, man. He's saying that you never, that you would always stay in the cell. You never came out. Didn't.
First off, to show you how much that motherfucker knows, we didn't live in a block with cells in it. I lived in a block that was an open dormitory.
Yeah, he's
most of the people that talk shit like that. Who said that?
he said he did. He said he did time with you, man.
Who was it?
I think his name is. It's something Nate, man. Like he's always commenting and saying that.
Oh, you talking about Nate Dogg? I know you talking about. He's a Native American. You talking about black dude or white guy?
No, he's a black guy.
No, that's a different Nate. I know. Never mind. Thought it was somebody.
He goes. Let me see. His name's.
Desmond.
It's Nate Glenn or something.
Nathaniel Glenn.
No, not that one. Yeah, I think it could be that one. It's a younger type of guy, man. Oh, his name's Glenn the Real.
I don't know him. I don't know too many of the young guys. Once I got towards the ends of my sentence, I finished my last 7 years up. I tell you what, how good it can be. I was at Hamilton A&I, which is aged and infirmed prison, and it's for your inmate people that's bedridden or nursing home. Really, it's an inmate nursing home is what it is, right? And I was up there as the main maintenance man. There was 2 of us on maintenance, and there was 30 people, 30 regular inmates there to run the whole count. Well, the count didn't consist of but 170 inmates total, counting us. So, man, listen, I would go to work. I was head maintenance man over A&I and Hamilton Work Release. Well, Hamilton Work Release was all the way across town, right?
Yeah.
So every Wednesday, I would take the radio and the keys from the tower, check a truck out, and drive it over to the maintenance shack over there and do maintenance Wednesday, and then go back Thursday and do maintenance again there. That's how good I had it. My bed wasn't in the camp; it was in the maintenance dock.
And the maintenance docks.
Man, I had my own TV, my own microwave. I had a hot plate out there, a coffee pot.
So you had a good out there, then, man.
Oh yeah, for 7 years.
And you don't remember this guy's name, man? Like, if I can find him.
Nathaniel Greer.
No, this guy. I don't even know if this is even this guy.
That's making us look bad. It was football season, you know.
I don't know
How
what led to that
Wait.
conversation.
Every motherfucking prison gonna watch
A
football.
lot of satanic stuff on the wall.
Playing. To make playing. And the lieutenant, they come around to do daily inspections of the whole dorm. So they go in the closet and they see all this shit painted on the wall and they go off. I mean, they have a fit. Until we find out who vandalized his room, there'll be no football.
But he is a blood, so nobody can't go clutch him out.
Another blood.
But at that point, how many actual white bloods was there, man, that you can remember?
Probably maybe 4.
And did you ever see that white guy as the blood?
To come to me, say, hey man,
I remember one named Johnny that was a blood, and he hung around marking them. In fact, he was JG's cell partner or something.
you know who put that shit in that room? I said, nah, who? So he tells me, he say, Blood did it, the little white boy. I'm like, what?
Once again, Mark seized the opportunity to begin his mind games.
I walk him around the prison compound. We talk. I basically let him know, you know what I'm saying, how I had felt betrayed by what he did. Basically, I just.
You never seen that guy named Matt? It says supposedly, but I don't think that's his real name. That's just the name they gave him.
No, I ain't never seen him.
You never seen him before? Some people say that his name's Bradley Lucas.
Now that might be true. He looks like Bradley. I know Bradley. He looks like Bradley.
So who? I've been hearing some guy named Bradley Lucas. Who's Bradley Lucas, man? Was he a boy as well?
No, that's what I know.